morning and welcome to Ark and Dove Presbyterian Church in Odenton, Maryland. I'm Brian Boudreau, the clerk of session here at Ark and Dove and your host in the lobby, the weekly program of the goings-on at Ark and Dove. Today is the fifth Sunday after Epiphany. This is also Scout Sunday, so I will be having two Scouts on the program with me today. But first, the announcements. Thank you to everyone who attended the 29th annual congregational meeting. We smashed our numbers from last year. More importantly, it was a great opportunity to be able to see all of you. Today is the Super Bowl, and I mean, yes, there's a football game on TV, but I'm talking about the Super Bowl, S-O-U-P-E-R, the Super Bowl of Caring. This year, we will not be lining our sanctuary steps with cans of soup, but we'll be doing that the front entrance. So please pick up some healthy cans of soup and drop them off at the church today before that other game begins. We will deliver them to our local food distribution centers. Lent is almost here, and if you haven't picked up the Lenten study book, you should. As you probably recall, we will be reading Howard Thurman's Jesus and the Disinherited. It is said that Martin Luther King Jr. carried this book around with him. So pick up Jesus and the Disinherited wherever you buy your books, and we will discuss each short chapter during Lent in small groups. And there are now five Lenten study groups for you to choose from. So you can sign up by contacting the group leader. These are on Fridays at 7:30 p.m., beginning on February 19th, led by Kim Champagne. Then Sundays at 4 p.m., beginning on the 21st, led by Stephen Price Gibson. Tuesdays at 7:30, beginning on February 23rd, led by Pastor Tim. Wednesdays at 10 a.m., beginning February 24th, led by Pastor John. And Thursdays at 7:30 p.m., beginning on February 25th, led by Katie Nilsson Johnson. As I said, contact them by email, and you can find their email addresses in the archive. This Wednesday, Pastor Tim, Deacon Kathy Debus, and Lenny Gerdner will be co-facilitating the next Healing Through Grief group at 7 p.m., again on Zoom. The Healing Through Grief small group is open to anyone attending Ark and Dove and their family who have experienced the death of a loved one, whether it's recent or even a long time ago. So any questions, you can contact Pastor Tim or Lenny Gerdner. That's this Wednesday, February 10th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. The next event the Gleam team will be hosting will be a book club, reading the book Outside the Lines, How Embracing Queerness Will Transform Your Faith by Mahi Kim Court on February 16th at 7:30 p.m. via Zoom. So contact Amanda Croce for more details or to sign up. Godly Play continues every Sunday from 9 to 9:40 a.m. via Zoom for kids grades K through 5. Julie Devers can get your kids signed up for that. And Logos still continues every week. If you're not receiving the weekly email, please contact Amy Goldberg. The weekly Bible lectionary study is every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Contact Pastor John for a Zoom invitation. Our other standing social events are Sunday Fellowship right after the service at 11:15. You can email fellowship@arkanddove.org to get a Zoom invitation. The crafting group meets on the first Monday and third Wednesday evening of each month at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Amy Tardif has the invitation for you there. Saturday night with the deacons, you can get a Zoom invite from Ellen and Greg Makar. And finally, Friendly Seniors Tea at 3 on Thursday via Zoom. Pastor Tim has the Zoom invite for you there. The Boy Scouts of America have designated this Sunday, that is the Sunday preceding 8 February, as Scout Sunday. So the United Methodist Church and the Presbyterian Church USA, that's us, celebrate Scout Sunday on the second Sunday of February. The day is meant to mark the founding of the Scouts in the United States. So approximately 50% of all scouting units are chartered to religious groups, and Ark and Dove has hosted Boy Scout troops since our earliest days. These observances offer an opportunity for congregations to honor scouts and scouters, as well as to learn more about themselves and the value of scouting as a youth program. So faith is an important part of scouting, and you will hear it in the oath. And many scouts have received their merit badges and awards based on their study of faith and citizenship. So in that vein, I have invited to the lobby two young people from our congregation to talk about scouting, Lily Gray and Ryan Devers. So first, I want to welcome Lily Gray. Lily, thanks for joining me. Now, I'm going to challenge you. Can you recite the Scout oath?
Yes, I can. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Well, thank you so much. A long time ago, I knew how to say that too, and I would be hard pressed to say it today. So how long have you been a Scout, Lily?
About a year and a half.
And so what is your favorite part about Scouting?
Pretty much everything.
Everything. So can you talk about like what you do in Scouting?
We learn about lots of different things. Yeah, one time we went on a camping trip. That was awesome.
Did you spend the night in a tent?
Yeah.
Oh. Was it cold sleeping in a tent?
We had lots of blankets, but it was still a little bit cold. But we had warm pajamas, and so it was still warm enough to still sleep.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about your uniform? It's I see it looks blue, and so can you describe it a little bit for me?
Red means that I am a second grader and I am a wolf.
And you said you're a wolf, so you're a Cub Scout?
Yes.
You're a Cub Scout. Okay. And so the Cub Scouts are sort of the younger part of the Scouts. Is that right?
Yep.
And I see some numbers on your.
I'm in Pack 209.
Pack 209. So so you have a troop and then I think a pack. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great. Well, Lily, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to switch over to Ryan now because I've got some questions for Ryan. So thank you so much, Lily.
You're welcome.
So Ryan Devers, how long have you been a Scout?
I have been a Scout for 5 years.
5 years. Oh, well, you're experienced now. So what's your favorite part of Scouting?
I like going camping, going on hikes and stuff.
So you like the nature aspect of Scouting then? Yeah. How often do you go camping?
Around twice a year.
So so I assume that's your favorite part of Scouting. And what is your troop like?
There's a lot of kids in it, mostly in the younger groups, like in the tigers and the bears and the wolves.
So you've got the troop, and the troop is all ages, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got your dens, which are so then the troop's divided into dens based on ages.
Yeah.
So are they all kids from your school, or are they from different schools?
They're from different schools.
Okay. You become good friends with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you guys meeting now, like, because of COVID? Are you guys still meeting in person, or do you have to have Zoom meetings?
Sometimes when it's warm enough, we can meet outside with masks on, and other times when it's like too cold or windy or raining, we meet on Zoom.
So how do they decide like what you're going to do in Scouts? Do you have a book or something?
Yeah, I have a book. This is my Weeblos book.
Oh, right. Okay, so you're a Weeblo. What does a Weeblo mean?
I think it's the 4th level of it, and I'm an Arrow of Light, which is like in between. I'm still part of Cub Scouts, but it's doing the transition from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts.
Okay, so this is all coming back to me, Ryan, because I was a Cub Scout for 2 years when I was a kid, but that was a long time ago, so you have to remind me about all of this stuff. But everything you're talking about, it's coming back to me slowly. So tell me a little bit about your uniform, because I see that you've got a different color than Lily had. So it looks like a tan color.
I have a tan one that says I am older than the Cub Scouts, which have blue uniforms.
And so you have patches? You get merit badges, is that right?
No, I don't. I get these, which I say what I've done.
Okay. So can you describe some of the things that you've done?
There's a lot of things I get from like doing knots and stuff. From Cub Scouts, I have this belt that has like stuff that says like you go camping and learn about nature. We get this. A lot of this is from going to Cub Scout camp. It's summer camp.
Wait, how long is summer camp?
Summer camp, I think, is 1 week, and there's a lot of different activities like archery, BB guns, nature.
So, and did you do that last year, the year before, maybe?
Yeah, I've done it most of the years. Mm-hmm. Not last year because of coronavirus.
Can you describe your other shoulder? What's on your other shoulder, the patches?
So that is like where I'm from. Like there's different places. I've met some people that moved here. Like I've seen some really cool ones that had Alaska and stuff on them.
Oh, very cool. So you've met people from all over the country in Boy Scouts.
Mhm.
Ah, excellent. Oh, I wanted to ask you then. I remember in Boy Scouts about the cars, the racing.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah, it's right here. I
Oh,
have a derby car.
a derby car. Wow. Okay, so how do you decide what the design looks like?
Most years we vote on like a theme. This year that I made this car was like military themed, and the year that I made this car was candy themed. So I put like stuff like M&Ms, Reese's, Milky Way, and mint on it. Sometimes I use my grandpa's saws to cut the shapes out of them.
So for people who aren't familiar with the derby racing, do you get what do you get? You get a kit, right?
Yeah.
Every year. So what's that look like?
Usually it looks like just a solid rectangle of wood, and it's not painted or anything. And you get an axle, which is in here, and wheels. So kind of have to paint it by yourself, put it together, and put the wheels on. And then sometimes a lot of people put these weights on it to bring it down the track faster.
So how do you do? How did you do in the races?
Some years I did pretty good, and other years I barely made it out of my pack.
Do you find that the design of the car, how it's shaped, affects how fast it goes?
Yeah, I've seen that this one it's more aerodynamic, and it went faster than this one.
But that's a really sharp. Both of them are really sharp cars, but I like the one the camouflage. Now, when is your derby race?
They postponed this one to like the summer because of the coronavirus, and the last few ones they're like during the winter.
Ah, okay. So are you already thinking about your design? Do you know what you want to do?
I have been thinking about it.
You don't have to reveal it here. I don't want you to give away your secrets. So
I haven't really drawn up anything.
So Ryan, one of the things that that the Boy Scouts do is community service. Has your troop done any community service?
Yes, we've collected food for food pantries, and we've done toys for tots.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So do you plan on continuing with the Boy Scouts? Are you going to become an Eagle Scout?
Hopefully, yeah. I want to become a Eagle Scout.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me, Ryan. It was really a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you to Ryan and Lily for sharing with us what it's like to be a scout. So Ark and Dove hosts one Boy Scout troop and one Cub Scout den. And all around the church, you can find Eagle projects. So the Eagle projects are the high school kids who will do a community service project for the area. So we've been the recipient of approximately 10 Eagle projects involving features or improvements to our grounds, such as our spiritual meander, bench, picnic table, walkways. And so each Eagle Scout must present their planned project to the session for approval. They have to raise their own funds, organize a workforce, and execute the project to high standards. So just a couple of examples that we were able to think of on the team here was the Path to the Peace Pole by Adam Biondolillo, the Path to the Gazing Ball by Dylan Benson. We have the Picnic Table in the Woods by Carl Wellington, a Labyrinth, although it no longer exists, but was built by Alec Hansen. We also, and we can't remember exactly who did what, but we also have a bench at the front door and a path to the front porch. And I know I'm forgetting some more, but thank you to all the Boy Scouts who have done those Eagle projects for us. And thank you to all of you out there for joining us today. Check out the webpage and archive for more details about everything we talked about today. I'll see you in fellowship after the service. Have a great week. Keep wearing your masks and social distancing. And the live stream service will begin in a minute.